What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another 64 Galaxie video. Today we are working on the dash trim. Check that out. Here's a little sneak peek. But I'm going to show you guys how we can completely restore this tattered trim. As you can see, it needs a lot of work to get to this point. So let's get to it and let's get this little project done. So just a couple of tips for you guys. I feel like a lot of classic car owners don't have this information, but you cannot polish this trim. And the reason being is that it has an anodized coating on it. As you can see on this trim, the anodized sort of failed and it's causing like that pitting on the raw aluminum there. But a lot of your car trim will be anodized aluminum. Just like this grill right here on this little Falcon and these headlight buckets, these are anodized, so you cannot polish that. It will clean up, but you cannot polish that. If we take a look at the Galaxie, this is stainless right here. You can kind of tell what is stainless and what is anodized. The stainless will be a lot more shiny, and the anodizing will have sort of like this low sheen on it, kind of like a kind of hard to explain, like a gold sort of chrome looking coating on there. So you could kind of tell what is anodized and what is stainless, what is chrome, of course, like the bumper here. But you know, just be careful when you're going to be doing this procedure that I'm about to show you, because you can definitely mess your stainless steel grill if it really is stainless. So the best way to polish this trim and get it super nice looking like this is to first get rid of the anodized coating on there. And the best way to do that is to use this oven cleaner. I had to go over to Walmart to get this. Make sure you get the good stuff, because what you want is the ingredient sodium hydroxide, which is lye. It's a pretty corrosive ingredient, so you want to be careful with it. You know, maybe wear a respirator and some gloves. But we're gonna leave this on for a couple of minutes. I would say like 30-45 minutes. Keep an eye on it, maybe leave it for an hour. But really what you want to do is keep an eye on it, make sure it's not, you know, completely corroding the surface there. And once that is done, then we will polish it just like this. So let's get to it. Alright, check that out. We've got the clean aluminum. This is after a couple of coats of doing the oven cleaner and then just using a wire brush to clean it off. Check that out. But we've got the pitting there, as you can see, the wear on the raw aluminum. So this is where we're going to start to polish with some 400 grit. I think that's the easiest and safest to use. And when you're using the 400 grits, you're gonna want to stand in one direction, the whole thing. That's what's gonna give us that brushed aluminum look in the end. So I'm gonna do half of it, half of the plates here, and then I will show you guys, you know, what the look is, how it looks after I'm done sanding it. So let's do it. check that out, you guys. Oh my gosh, this thing came out super amazing. I'm just so surprised the way the end result. This is just hours and days and weeks of me just sanding this thing by hand, and it really paid off. Check that out. Oh my gosh. But you know, I really underestimated the condition of my trim. This thing was just tattered. It took me so much time to get it to this point. So if yours is in a little nicer condition, I don't think it'll take you that much time. But wow, this is gonna look super nice. This is just one way that you can polish this trim. There's several different ways you can do this. You could also sand this to 800 grits and then to 1,000, 1,200. You can keep going up and up and up, and then do one final pass of the 400 grits to get that brushed aluminum look. But I think this looks really good, just keeping it 400 grit. You just have to be careful and, you know, sand it in one direction. Make sure you don't have, you know, lines that are going any other ways, because it will show. My trim was so bad that when I polished it and sanded it, it erased the original lines that were here. But I really don't mind that. That's just an extra little detail that, you know, makes this car a little bit more unique, I guess. If someone were to notice that at a car show, I'd be really impressed. But I think it came out super amazing. But now I'm going to focus on painting the actual trim, and we're going to restore these emblems here. Just get this cleaned up and painted. Get the XL emblem back to as original as I can get with these colors. And I bought some tester's paint from the local hobby store. This is just all flat colors that you can get. The trim here, I know there's the black lines that go on the top and bottom, and I do know that they sell like a stripe, kind of like a vinyl sticker kit on eBay that you can just stick it on there and it'll look really nice. But this being the swing away steering wheel, it has that indentation, so they do not make it for this car. So my only choice is to paint it back on. So I bought some 3M vinyl tape, and I'm just gonna tape it up and paint the lines. So let's get this thing done. Let's get it painted. Let's get it back on the dash. Let's finish it. All right, you guys, check that out. Finally done. Man, these badges just look super, super cool. They came out really nice. Check that out. And it's just gonna make the whole thing pop, and I cannot wait to put it back in the car. But the only area that I'm, I guess, self-doubting myself on are these black painted lines. And if you take a little bit closer look, you can see the tape didn't give me that perfect edge in some areas. I know on the original it was not perfect as well. The edges weren't that great, but I guess that's just me trying to be perfect about it. But it just got me thinking about the restoration process, because it takes a lot to do this sort of stuff. You know, you have to think about what is the best method to get this back to how it was. And I think that's the more difficult process for me, because a lot of this stuff I'm doing for the first time. And, you know, whether it's clear coating this or replating or, you know, re-anodizing, there's just several different methods you can do this type of stuff. And it's just finding the easiest and the best way to do it. And I guess that comes with the experience. But that's why I do these types of videos for you guys, so that, you know, I do a lot of research to try to see what the best way is. But it's not until you try it then you know that, okay, yeah, you know, it's not going to be perfect, but I'm still pretty happy with it. I think if I were to redo this in the future, I would really try to find some black tape with that same width and then just lay it on there, just like the one they sell on eBay. That'll be the easiest and best way to get this black line. But, you know, I think this looks really good still. I'm still pretty happy about it. I'm more concerned about the longevity of it. But if that happens to keep chipping away, then I'll just try to find that tape. But that's it. I'm gonna try to put a video out every week. It's just, you know, with the holidays and stuff, it gets really busy. But I hope you guys had some good New Year's and good Christmas. And that's it. I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you guys liked the content. And I'll see you on the next one. Boom.